Kong has made the Hollow Earth his new home 3 years after vanquishing Mechagodzilla, and he is looking for others of his kind. Godzilla kills Scylla in Rome and then rests in the Colosseum to uphold order between humans and the enormous monsters known as Titans on Earth's surface. The Monarch organization thinks there will be peace as long as Godzilla and Kong function on different planes. Kong does occasionally surface, particularly when he requires medical treatment. He needs a replacement tooth because it becomes infected once, and Trapper gives him one. Kong eventually makes his way back to Hollow Earth. Monarch wants to keep Kong and Godzilla separate since they are aware of the close call Kong had with the latter. An unknown signal is detected by a Monarch observation outpost situated in the Hollow Earth. Jia Kalihodl, the sole known survivor of the Iwi tribe from Skull Island, initially has hallucinations and visions due to the signal, which worries her adoptive mother, Dr. Eileen Andrews. Rebecca Hall Andrews brings her data to podcast host Bernie Hayes, asking for his assistance in deciphering the meaning of the signals. Bernie hypothesizes, based on analysis, that the signal has previously coincided with certain Titan events on the surface. Therefore, the signal is Godzilla's distress call. Godzilla departs Rome after detecting the signal and strikes a nuclear power station in France in an attempt to absorb the radiation. Godzilla then makes his way to the Arctic stronghold of Titan Tiamat. The planet's largest single energy source is called Tiamat. After tearing Tiamat to pieces, Godzilla goes inside its lair to take in the whole energy reserve. Monarch thinks Godzilla is getting stronger in preparation for an impending attack. Kong discovers an unexplored area where a tribe of his kind, including a little one named Suko, has survived when a sinkhole opens up next to his house. Following their first encounter, Kong makes Suko show him where the tribe's lair is, and as they travel together, the two gradually get closer. Suko lures Kong into the path of many creatures in an attempt to kill him, but Kong overcomes them all rather quickly. This reassures Suko that Kong is resilient enough to handle the threats that lie ahead. Kong is fought by the Scar King, the oppressive leader of the tribe, with the help of Shimo, an ice-powered titan who the Scar King uses a crystal to painfully control. The planet's most recent ice age was caused by Shimo's breath. Kong suffers frostbite on his right arm from Shimo's icy breath, but with Suko's assistance, he escapes, losing his axe in the process. To find the source of the signal, Andrews and Jia journey to the Hollow Earth with conspiracy podcaster Bernie Hayes, Brian Tyree Henry, and Titan veterinarian trapper Dan Stevens. The Monarch outpost is destroyed, they discover. In their quest to find the source of the signal, the group finds a temple hidden behind an organic bioluminescent barrier that directs them to an underground area where a telepathically connected Iwi tribe survives. After examining certain ruins, they conclude that the signal was the Iwi's psychic distress call. Andrews worries to Trapper that Jia would decide to stay with her people and that Andrews would have to accept it while she watches Jia interacting with the Iwi. Andrews finds hieroglyphics depicting the past and future within a temple. The Scar King formerly tried to subjugate the surface world by fighting Godzilla's race, but Godzilla vanquished him and his tribe, imprisoning them deep inside the Hollow Earth. The Iwi people realized that Kong's arrival in Hollow Earth meant that a confrontation between Scar King and Kong was inevitable, and there was a chance that Scar King might vanquish Kong and use the portals to make his way to the surface. As a result, the Iwi had been contacting Godzilla and Jia by sending out distress signals. Jia is also mentioned in the prophecy as being essential to reawakening Mothra. Mothra is in charge of preserving harmony between the two domains and guarding the jump spots that connect Hollow Earth and Surface Earth. Kong finds the temple after spotting Jia, and Trapper gives him an arm brace made of prototype exoskeleton technology to help heal and strengthen his frostbitten limb. Because it was kept at Outpost 1, the prototype exoskeleton arm brace was easily available. They have no idea that one of the Scar King's cronies has followed them, but he finds out and uses that information to gather his invasion force for Earth. Jia awakens the resurrected Mothra with success. Godzilla evolves and changes his dorsal plates to a magenta color after absorbing cosmic radiation from Tiamat's lair. Kong appears in Cairo and summons Godzilla in an attempt to entice the monster to the Hollow Earth so that he can help him. An enraged Godzilla assaults Kong in spite of his attempts to communicate. A brief battle follows until Mothra shows up with Jia and persuades Godzilla to assist Kong. After that, the group descends to Hollow Earth to confront Shimo and his army as well as the Scar King. Godzilla, Kong, Shimo, and the Scar King are all dragged to Rio de Janeiro during the battle, where Shimo obeys the Scar King's orders to start a new ice age. With a blast of icy breath, Shimo covers the sky and blocks out the light. Rio is destroyed throughout the conflict as a result of both groups' repeated attempts to overpower one another. Until Suko arrives with Kong's axe and destroys the crystal controlling Shimo, the sides are evenly matched. Now that the pain has subsided, Shimo pays attention to Godzilla, who directs him to the Scar King. Then, Shimo and Kong break the Scar King by freezing. Godzilla comes to the Colosseum to relax after using his atomic breath to reverse Shimo's ice age. Jia decides to stay with her adopted mother, which allays her concerns and brings her back together with Andrews. After repairing the Iwi's dwelling's defenses, Mothra leaves. Kong becomes the new chief of the ape tribe after arriving back on Hollow Earth with Shimo and Suko.